werewolf pack coming out next week, I've kind of been thinking a lot about all of the other occult types in The Sims 4. We already have vampires and spellcasters and mermaids and aliens and ghosts, all of this. And I don't really play with any of those, like, at all. I don't even think I could tell you when I last played with a vampire. And I feel like I need to, like, freshen up or something, because I just don't really use occult Sims. So I kind of forget about gameplay features for them. And I think it'd be nice to, like, refresh my memory before the new pack comes out. And look, it's not that I hate occult Sims, okay? I think they're kind of cool. I just don't really care to use them that much. I guess I'm just not super into it. We all have different play styles, and mine does not really involve vampires. Although, I do have, like, a newfound fascination with Vlad. Maybe that's why I'm doing this. It's because of Vlad. He might be one of my favorite Sims. I hate to say it. It's really, my opinions have changed. I used to be very anti-Vlad. Now I'm like a Vladdy Daddy stan. It's kind of concerning. So I'm planning on playing with the vampires and spellcasters on stream tomorrow. But to do that, I'm gonna need a house. So I was thinking we could try and do like a little vampire starter home. I don't think I've ever built a vampire starter home. I've definitely renovated this house, but I don't know if I've ever built one from scratch. This world's actually kind of cute too. I mean, well, it's not really going for cute. It's kind of going for scary, but it's actually kind of cute. It's a nice lot. I'm so curious to see the new werewolf pack world, because I wonder if it's gonna be like this, like kind of small and compact. It's gonna only have like 5 lots, but I feel like Forgotten Hollow is a lot smaller, like in walkable space, than Glimmerbrook is. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling and show you my inspo pics. I saw this one and I thought this was super cute. This is kind of similar in shape to the original starter home on this lot, but hopefully ours will be like a little bit fancier. This one is a real house that I also thought was absolutely adorable. I wish that we had more of this, like sort of trim pieces that are a bit fancier, but we don't really have that. And this shape, I think, is a little bit more doable for the budget that we have. I think maybe I'll try and do like a combo of both somehow. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I guess that second one might also be better because it's a bit wider and this lot is so wide. We don't really need a long skinny house like this way. It's better for it to be wide. Okay, I don't think we should have it be medium wall height. I think that's a mistake. This does not look as good in The Sims as it did in the picture. In the picture, it looked way cooler, so that's not good. I guess we could maybe do something like that. I don't know. I think that looks bad. Oh, but if we use the taller wall height, we could use like the fancy vampire stuff. Is that unreasonable? I know it's like really fancy. I'm not sure if it's like too fancy or not though. It's cool. It looks like the picture. So, oh wow, I can't make it taller because of the freeze. I'm gonna spend all of the money on the exterior if we do this. Like, using this stuff is probably a mistake because it is extremely expensive, but it looks really cool. Oh, I kind of always forget that this vampire's fence exists, and that one's a lot cheaper. I think that actually looks okay. Now the question is, oh my god, I'm so bad at like doing color schemes on buildings like this. The house in the pictures that I liked was very white, but I don't know if that's probably fine, right? Yeah, sure, it's fine. I think I want to get a chimney over here. Again, I'm spending too much money on the outside, but I think that a chimney would help. Just something to make it feel more, I don't know, finished or something. Oh, I kind of like that door. Is that good? Or should we have it have a black door with a white frame? I wish the door was a little bit taller. I know we have a taller door, but like I'm not putting that on here. That doesn't work. I think luckily we can get away with having very minimal windows because it's, you know, like a vampire house. Okay, I know the inside of this is really, really small, and I think that's okay. Maybe too small. I was thinking we could put a basement in here though, which would probably help. Maybe I'll get like a addition on the back somehow or something. Oh, that's helpful, I think. Okay, because that could be like the bedroom that they don't really need because they're a vampire. They also don't really need a kitchen because they're a vampire, but we want it to be functional at least still. So, okay, here's what I'm working with. This might be weird. I also have a lot less money than I thought I was going to. Maybe I have to make it have less of a fancy floor plan because this is a little bit much. Maybe I won't keep that wall there. I'm thinking small kitchen, small bathroom, bedroom. Again, very minimal windows. It's a vampire house. I wish I could use fancier doors and stuff for this, but we just shouldn't. Like, we really, really shouldn't. Okay, very small basement. What we're getting is a very small basement, and I need to lower it a lot. I always have hated how it does this, the way it like floats. Okay, that's the max height. I think that's fine. Like the location of the stairs being right there. We could put like a secret bookcase door or something. Wait. Okay, I won't lie though. I don't like the idea of a secret bookcase door because it's not gonna fit right. I need more space. My house is too small. Okay, in hindsight, maybe we can't afford to do that. I want to have a basement, but I don't think we can afford to do anything fancy with it like that. I wish that we could. But look, the best we can do is put this door in that corner, and that's sad. Like, it's gonna look weird back there. It also doesn't even come in a trim color that matches anything. I wonder if we could put a second one. I know obviously you can't actually use that, but purely for like the decorative side of it being on both sides, I wonder if it's worth doing that or if that's like weird. Because then maybe it's a little bit less obvious that it's a door. Okay, I'm gonna put wood floors like pretty much everywhere up here, but probably a stone in the basement. I also wanted to use a different staircase. I was not gonna keep the green one, I promise. Should we use this brick outside? I feel like that color brick is very busy. I don't know, doesn't it look kind of off? I wonder if we did this one. See, to me, like that is better, but then I don't like the color of the roof anymore, so that's annoying. I don't know how to do this. I'm like so not an expert. We also have like proper vampire stuff. Like we have this vampire shower, but it's like 1,200 simoleons. So let's just go for the cheap stuff for now, okay? I would like to have something fancier, but I'm gonna be realistic and admit that we can't. Do they even need toilet paper? They're a vampire. No, we can keep it. Let's try and keep some decorations like toilet paper. We have some kind of cool vampire floors. I guess we could probably, I don't know. I don't think I like that color though. Those ones kind of match, but maybe I shouldn't do anything too ridiculous. Maybe I'll go back to this. Okay, let's think. Cheap fridge, cheap oven. Realistically, you might not even need this. Like, if you're playing with a vampire, oh my god, the counters are 320? Okay, I won't use them. This is harder than I thought. The vampire items are really expensive. Okay, well, I was gonna say, realistically, if you're playing with a vampire, you might not even need the kitchen, but it's also likely that you aren't playing with only a vampire, so you might still need the kitchen. Maybe I should do, hang on, what if we just had like one less counter? It makes me sad, but it might be necessary because we can't really afford much. Smaller room back here? Yes, I think so. Smaller room down here? Yes. I think so. Maybe even a little bit smaller than that. Yeah, I think so. I was literally just gonna give them like one candle though on the wall, and I think that's okay. I feel like that's kind of what we're going for with this. Luckily, the coffin is cheap, so we can put that down here too. And then like spider webs and stuff are free, so we can definitely add a couple of those in. This vampire doesn't need like railings or anything, right? They're a vampire. I think they're fine. I don't think they need them, it's fine. Okay, luckily these fancy wallpapers are cheap. Look at that, 2 simoleons. Good stuff. Thank you very much. I will gladly accept that. Ooh, 4,800. Oh my god. Everything in the vampires pack is so expensive. Like even the paintings, 715. Oh no. This is not a starter home building kind of pack. Not even remotely. Okay, well, I'm thinking that we can sort of double up this rug. Luckily, it has some nice swatches, and I'm thinking that we could use it in front of the fireplace, which, by the way, I would very much like to have. I don't think we can use the one from the pack, but I think we can use this one. I might also use a slightly fancier sofa. Again, acknowledging that maybe it's a poor choice because it's a bit pricey, but sometimes it just feels necessary because I don't really know what else to do about this. Okay, windows are cheap and they give us additional decorations. That could be nice, right? Okay, I'm wondering if I can redo this. I wanted the fireplace to be in between the bookshelves, but I'm wondering if we could get it like, I don't know, maybe we could put some sort of other furniture item between the bookshelves and then we could keep the rest of the house kind of like this. I don't think the purple is good either, but now everything is gray, so maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. This is harder than I thought it would be. See, this bookshelf, that's what I really want, but it's 2,000. We can't have that. Even this is like 180. 475? Oh my god. It's all so expensive. I'm sorry, I'm like laughing because it's so ridiculously expensive that it's funny. Okay, we can have them have a little table. I have to stop though. Because we really need to put furniture in this bedroom. They will be lucky to have this bed, and I think luckily we can use some cheap furniture. I feel like that stuff totally fits and works. Oh, maybe that color of the rug is better. Why does the single rose have to be 190 simoleons? I want to put something cute like on the table, you know? I'm also really wishing that I had more money for things like, I don't know, coat racks. Just like the smaller, more decorative stuff would be nice, but I'm not sure we can really put any other furniture in here. I wish that there was more going on further back. Like I wish we had something here. I wonder if we could put 2,400. Oh, I should stop using that. I put that in my houses so much. That's really expensive. Oh, I didn't realize. Maybe something on the wall? What if there was like a single chair? No, that's creepy. Oh, maybe this mirror could be good. That could be a good space filler. All right, it's very bland. It is very bland. But I want to save a little bit of money for the outside because, for example, we need a trash can, and now I have 352 simoleons. So things are not looking good for us. Okay, I want to get lights on either side of that front door. I'm breaking out the debug. bb.show hidden objects, bb.show live edit. Objects. Okay, I don't love this house. I won't lie to you. I don't love this house. I'm really hoping for some good vampire debug. We have so much pretty ivy, and that picture that we were looking at, the real one, had so much pretty ivy too, but I just feel like we can't put that because it's like 45 simoleons each. Oh my god. That's really large. I do think I want to put some of these around. Not that one, that's too big. And I also think that luckily some of these are really pretty. I wonder if it being on no foundation would be better. What do you think about that? Well, I'm gonna get rid of the foundation for now just so I can landscape and then we can revisit that. This is probably gonna have more landscaping than the, ew. Oh my god, that is very poor quality. Some of the debug stuff is weird. I don't like that. But I was gonna say this is definitely gonna have more landscaping than most of the neighbors' houses because I don't think they have much really at all. Yeah, see? But the neighbors' houses are ugly. So I don't need to match them. They should be matching me. Was it wrong of me to use those flowers? Like, should I have put, we could probably get, I don't know, some sort of little like statue thing. Kind of like what the neighbors had. They had like a little, I don't know, we can have one of those. Two can play at this game. I don't even think I can afford to put the stairs in. Okay, good. We can still afford the stairs. Even if barely, we can still afford the stairs. What did they do for the path leading up to their houses? Okay, they have like proper stone walkways. Okay. There is a really nice stone from the vampire pack. I love this. It's not that expensive either, so we probably could use this. It was like 48 to place that there. I guess most of the landscaping is really cheap. Like these dry rose bushes are only 20. I mean, that would make us match the neighbors a little bit better. So maybe we should do that. Perhaps I can have like one rock. No, the one rock looks bad. I was gonna try, but I don't think it's right. I don't want it to look so even. Like I kind of want it to look a little bit more, I don't know. I was gonna say natural, but nothing about this looks natural. So I don't know. I also wish that I had a computer in this house, but I definitely spent a lot more time and effort on the exterior than like the interior, which, you know, it isn't bad, but it's also not necessarily good. We have 90 simoleons left. I wonder if we could put like perhaps a mirror there and that's it. That might be everything. Oh no. We could always get some more cracks on the wall down here. This is free, so if we want them, we can have them. Oh yeah, I think that's kind of fun. I do like the basement. It's expensive to buy a basement, but I think it was worth it for this too. And overall, I think this house actually turned out kind of okay. I think it's cute. You could probably class it as a 2-bedroom house as well if you wanted to. I'm only gonna class it as one because it, you know, it's got a secret basement, but I actually quite like the look of this angle. I really wish that we had more furniture. Like I think that this hallway is kind of wasted space, but you can always add to it when you're actually playing in it, you know? And I think story-wise, it sets you up pretty well. Well, there you go. That is the build complete. I recorded this at 6 a.m. I'm not kidding. So hopefully it turned out okay. And with that being said, I'm gonna go and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Great work, everybody. 6 a.m. recording, done. And it didn't even turn out terribly.